Hey there from Double Breasted Key. Before we get started, I just wanted to say a heartfelt thank you to everybody who's watching and subscribing. It's amazing that we're able to share this with you and give you some tips and hints and tricks along the way to help you get out and do this yourself. I'm going to take a little break from the vlogs and the boat tours to do something a little different today. You're going to ride along with us as we go through some very, very skinny water to get into this absolutely spectacular anchorage. Now, a lot of folks, us included, will sometimes skip by areas like this because they're so hard to get into. You don't have much water under the keel, you don't have a lot of options if the weather changes, but it is worth it many, many times in finding places that are very untouched and absolutely gorgeous. This is one of them, Double Breasted Key. Come along with us. All right, good morning. It's Sunday. We spent a rolling night in the anchorage, a place that we've heard about several times called Double Breasted Key. As being like, what do they say? It's like the Exumas of the Abacos. Beautiful sandbars. We're gonna go check it out. The tide is low and it's gonna start coming in. I think we're gonna be barely able to get through here in terms of the depth, so it'll be an interesting one.
Sugar's ready. You nervous?
Good morning, thanks for joining us. This is one of our last anchorages in the Abacos, one of our last anchorages for the season, and one of our most challenging. Got some very, very skinny water out here. So it's gonna take a lot of communication between Megan and I, and some very slow navigation to get out of here. We actually touched ground for the first time with this boat this morning coming in. We were in an area where the charts indicated we had a couple feet under our keels, and we felt a little shudder. Better pay attention to Megan here. We've got an incoming tide. The sun is high overhead. And we are going to go very, very slow. Anchor's up. Let's get moving. Oh, Megan wants me to back up so she can spin the anchor a little bit. Alright. Megan's going to go to the bow and do a lookout for us. Very unsure of how much water we're going to have up here once we get closer to the cut. Now this is called Double Breasted Key. Be very curious to know why it's called Double Breasted. Maybe we'll do some research on that coming up. The locals in their fast boats come through here at speed. They obviously know where to go, where it's safe. We're at 2.0. One thing you need to figure out when you get over to a place like the Bahamas is how to read the water. The water color is going to tell you a lot about the depth. Because there's so much soft sand, the charts that you've got may not reflect reality. So we've got what's called visual piloting rules, VPR. You see it on the charts a lot. 3-2. But it means you go in with your eyes wide open. And it really, really helps to have the sun high overhead. It's just about noon right now. And mostly sunny skies. That helps a lot too. Three 7. So you notice we've got a lot of different colors of greenish blue. The seagrass can make the water look like it's deeper than it is. A layer of grass, dark green, you don't get as much reflectivity off the sand, and it can look like it's 10 feet deep when it's really only 4, 5. So we're always watching out for that. The charts up here show that we should have 8 feet, and indeed that's pretty close to what we've got. Now you can see up here, we've got 4.8 under the keel, 4.6. You can see where the really light colored water up here, that sand, that extends out towards the rocks in a cut. And just this narrow, skinny little spot where we've got soft sand. If we're gonna run aground, we wanna run aground on the sand, not on the rocks, obviously. 3-3. 5-1. And we're gonna edge up on here really, really slow. Maybe a knot or 2 tops. That way, if we do hit sand, we can perhaps back off. A little easier than if we were hauling ass at 4 or 5 knots. 6-1, 6-2. So we're in the deep part of the channel now, just as the charts indicate. But I'm trying to keep my eyes forward, trying to look out where we're going. It's easy to get distracted. Distraction is where you end up not paying attention to your chart real quick, or your depth sounder real quick, and you go aground. Not only am I looking at the color of the sand or the color of the water, I'm also looking for ripples on the water that indicate that the current is moving over something even shallower, like a rock that's sticking up, something like that. So I can see up in front of us a little bit of a ripple coming in through the cut that I identified with the drone earlier. So the boat is probably going to get pushed towards the left, towards my left, to the port side. So I'm going to anticipate getting pushed towards the port side. 3-6. Just going to slow us down a little bit. Now, since the tide's coming in, this should naturally slow us down a bit. I want contingencies. I could definitely run aground. It's really shallow up here. And if I do run aground, I want to be ready with my anchor, or I want to be ready to back off quickly. 4-7. More to port. Now the current's going to grab us a little bit, push us inland. Want to be ready to counter that. Four, 5. Four, 8. 4-8? Yeah. 5-1. I think I gotta go further around. Turn it.
Yeah.
4948.
Following dotted here.
Now I'm on the dotted.
Okay, let's get it.
One mistake you can make is following the charts too close. You can get your eyes glued down and not look at what you're seeing off the bow of your boat. That can be a big mistake. 10-7 under us. Just feeling our way in. Just on the dotted line. Is that grass or rock?
That's rock.
Woo! I'm sweating. That was tight, man.
Yeah.
Five. Wow, this is pretty.
Amazing. Nobody's here.
Now, got the place all to ourselves. I know. Megan says it's like a little mini Pipe Creek. Another one of our absolutely favorite anchorages in the Exumas. Oh, shark, you say?
Yeah, right along there. You see him?
Oh, yeah. A reef shark.
Yeah.
8-4 under us. So it's easy to get overconfident once you're into a tight little spot like this, but we are not anchored yet. We've got to choose a spot that gives us good holding, but isn't too close to the shallows, isn't too close to the shoals. So you're looking for a happy medium. Megan says we're going to stay here for 2 weeks.
I got enough food.
We're going to be down to beans and
Nasty.
yeah, fasting, she says. This is the new diet we're on. It's the no groceries diet. Wow, this is pretty spectacular.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Paddleboarding, anyone?
Yeah, I'll take it. We got 7 under us.
Where do you want to go?
I think I like it off this little spit up here. Yeah.
Furthest one in.
You want to be the furthest one?
Right on 60, right?
Well, let's go survey the area a little bit. So this is a spot where the tide is going to work us this way and that, back and forth. So we're going to set the anchor going going into the current, and then we'll probably watch the anchor through a couple turns in the tide. You see anything on the ground at all? It's just sand. I'm going to do a circle up here. Whew, this is pretty. Showing 5-9, 4-8. What do you say? You want to be right here?
Yeah.
So we're going to hook it at about 40. So this is as far back as I want to be once we've got the anchor down. Got me? It's pretty spectacular. Pretty freaking tight. Looks like there's a ray or a shark or something coming to greet us. Okay. Is that it?
Let a little more out. Go forward.
Okay.
Okay, never mind. Okay, you're good. Back up.
And we are there. Wow, that one really had me sweating, but it was worth it. Just look at this place. It's absolutely spectacular. Thanks for coming along on the ride with us. We really enjoy sharing this lifestyle with you, and we really appreciate hearing from you too. Your comments are fantastic. We love getting involved and answering your questions. If you want to support us for free, just hit like, hit subscribe. It really helps us grow. If you want to go the extra mile, and especially if you're interested in audiobooks, visit one of the links below. Go to Audible, and if you sign up using one of those links, we get a little kickback, and that helps support what's a very expensive lifestyle. Thanks for that. Join us next week. We're really excited about what we've got cooking for you. We get into preparing the boat and preparing ourselves for a multi-day offshore passage back up to the States. We also bump into a few friends along the way and have a really freaking awesome sail. See you next time.